Holy shit, this show's good. Attack on Titan. So Attack on Titan, of course, everybody knows that. If you're into the anime world, you've heard of it at least once in your life. Somebody mentioned, hey, you seen Attack on Titan? Of course you have. Attack on Titan is the anime that is based on a wicked manga about, okay, let's just go into the plot, basically. In the beginning, there was humans, the animals, and the world around you. And then God became kind of a dick and he threw Titans in there. Which are just giants. They're mindless idiots that run around and they devour humans. So humanity is nearly extinct to this point, and they decide, you know, we're not going to stand this anymore. We are going to fight back against the Titans. We are going to build giant-ass walls and cannons to fight off them. And they hold off the walls for freedom. And it's really interesting how that's constructed, because the world of humanity is built into these three walls. There is no life outside of these walls for them. And the only thing standing between them and the extinction are these three walls. All Rose, Maria, and Sina. Now the show takes place 100 years after peace, after the Titans have just never invaded the cities, after everything's been fine. And people are still trying to find out more about the Titans, find civilization outside the world by sending out scout regiments, and inside everybody's just living a peaceful and pretty much dull life. They don't know what's going on in the world around them until one child named Eren Yeager wants to know more about the world. And his character, I'm gonna say I liked him for the most part, but then again, there are some parts of him that I feel like you're just saying that to be a cliched hero. I mean, Eren Yeager as a character, he is just a hero personality. Like, he will sacrifice everything to do what is right for revenge. And I'm going to get to that right now, because after the 100 years, a Titan freaking taller than the wall breaks it down and storms in. Doesn't storm in, but the Titans storm in and just annihilate everything. And this is where we see the Titans. And let me tell you, they're creepy. They are freaking creepy, okay? They are not just like, oh yeah, they're people with clothes and everything just going fee, fi, fo, fum, I'm gonna eat you and put you in my tongue. No, they're not like that. They're just, they don't talk. They walk around with these big ass grins just like, yeah. And they pick you up and just fucking rip you in half. Some of them don't even have grins, some of them just like, but a lot of them just smile, or they're missing skin off their face or a body. They're completely nude with no dongs or anything else. They have no reproductive organs or anything. It is creepy. And there's absolutely no women Titans. There are just dudes. So it's sausage fest out there, a missing dong fest out there. It's weird. They attack the city. They break through the wall and they massacre hundreds of people. And one of which being Eren's mother, which he actually sees it happen. So this fucks his head up really bad, and he decides for some revenge, and he joins the military to fight off the Titans. And basically he said his purpose was he wanted to kill the Titans. And his sister, who he adopted, or family adopted, named Mikasa, joins alongside him, and his best friend Armin. Now, Armin, I want to say, is a bit of that weak character first, but he really does actually show some character growth. He's not like a bitch the entire series. He comes to realize that there is a world out there bigger than him, and that he must, at points, fight even though he's afraid to die. So I really did like how Armin's character developed, and he didn't become such a big bitch. Now, Mikasa's character, on the other hand, sort of stays the same the entire series. Like, she just has a blank look on her face, and she's really serious most of the time. And only at certain points, like when stuff happens, she just like, gets angry, or she just like, I don't really care, or I really do care, but I'm not going to express it like this. I mean, okay, this anime has a lot of really intense moments in it, but a lot of the talk's just with a blank face. So yeah, that's your plot. These three people and a bunch of other people who have been attacked by the Titans in this one town and this one set of the wall are fighting out, and even Wall Maria was taken, so they had to run off into Wall Road. So it skips 3 years later after they have completed their training and have joined the military, and they are ready to fight. Now, in terms of animation, this series has some amazing animation at times. So fluent, so beautiful. Just to look at, you're just like, oh my god. And when it comes to the action in the animation, holy crap, it is fast. It is just lightning fast. They're just whipping around there. The way they fight these Titans is really cool because they have these grappling belts that are two-sided, and they have these two swords which they whip out and they shoot with the grappling belts and grapple onto buildings like a freaking Spider-Man movie. In fact, the cinematography for the fights when they swing around reminds me a lot of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. When he's just fling around, we get a lot of really cool shots of that. And if this had this had anime Spider-Man cinematography. The action is fast, it is furious when it needs to be. The series is not all action. It is definitely not all action. It takes a lot of time to develop the characters, to express the situation. If I could compare it to anything, I would say it's sort of like Walking Dead. At least in terms of ways that it enhance its story and its character developments. And just how morbid the situation really is. I mean, there's no like, hey, once we beat the Titans this one time, this whole war is going to be over. It's like, no, this is an actual situation. This is the fight for mankind, the battle between us and them. We're going to win or die trying. This show just really impressed me with how much I liked it. And I was interested in reading the manga first, but the anime just came on. So I was like, why not? I gotta say, even though I just talked about 3 of the main characters, there are a lot of really good characters that go through some changes in development. Some of them feel cliche, some of them don't, and some you wish they just didn't exist at all in the series. I'm not going to really go into a lot of them, but trust me, there are some goods and there are some bads. And a lot of the time, it's the same speech, the same situation. And we have to and we do understand, yeah, okay, shit's bad. People are dying, but you can't just go, oh my god, they're dead, we can't do this anymore, we can't fight. A million times. We get it. Life sucks. People are gonna get eaten. Now, I've only seen the first season of Attack on Titan, and I'm not gonna lie, when the series ended on season 1. I do say season 1 because there is going to be a season 2. There better be a season 2, okay? Because it leaves itself at the end of such a cliffhanger. I'm just like, you do not end a series like this. And it pissed me off, but I do hope there's more. I mean, this series is really popular, so I'm glad that it got made into an anime. I am impressed with how much production was put into its animation, how much time it took to express their characters, how really effing cool the story got after a while, and how really cool the action sequences were. It's just, okay, but occasionally they would cop out. One more thing about the animation, it did cop out in place. Instead of just showing them move, they would show still images, and then they would have the character dialogue over talking. I was like, okay, well that's where the budget stopped. Aside from that, I really have nothing to complain about Attack on Titan. I enjoyed this series from beginning to end. And my gripes are small and few in between. So, I do want to give this show a good review. And its rating for me for Attack on Titan is an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed it that much. I did have a lot of gripes about this show. It is just, it had some problems with expressing its things too much. It was a little too serious at times, but in terms of the situation, I'm glad they did treat it like a real predicament, kind of like the first Godzilla movie. It had some great and interesting characters. It had fast, furious action, really cool animation. And I highly recommend that you watch it for yourself and give your own opinion. I honestly want to know, what do you guys think of Attack on Titan? Please leave in the comments below what you think, and I'll get back to you on that. Or if you have a request for an anime, please send it to me. I will do it. And thank you for watching my anime review. I know it's not the best one I've ever done, but thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next Anime Weekend.